what's going on, guys? It's Robby here, and in this video I'm going to be giving you a tip when it comes to your setup and how it is different from when you do a deadlift and when it's different from when you do a clean or any type of Olympic lift. It could be a snatch as well. So a lot of times when you first start out, people get confused with how to set up correctly, and in this video I want to show you the right way to do it and the wrong way to do it, so that next time when you go for your lifts, you know which setup you're doing correctly, and that way it's not going to interfere with your progress. So we always talk about it in my Olympic strength program and with my clients here at the gym. We always talk about setup-wise. So come on over, let me show you what we're talking about. So what happens most of the time when people are setting up for their deadlift and their clean and jerk? So if they're setting up with a deadlift, what we always tell people is when you set up, you want to have vertical shins. Okay, so what I mean by that is vertical shins, or my other cue is to feel the steel. Okay, so when I step up to that bar, all right, my shins should be vertical. Okay, the barbell should be touching my shins on that deadlift. Okay, the reason why we want to have our shins touching our deadlift or touching our barbell when we go to set up for that deadlift is that way. Remember, we always want to keep that barbell in contact with our body on that deadlift. Okay, anytime that bar is away from you, especially on a deadlift, it's going to feel a lot heavier, right? So we want to make sure that we're keeping that weight back, all right? Keeping that weight towards our body the entire time, because that's going to allow it to be the lightest possible weight. Okay, it's still going to be heavy, all right, but it's going to be a lot less heavy than it would be if it was farther away from us, if that makes sense. So when I set up for my deadlift, okay, now I'm cocking my hips back, all right, my chest will be up. Now I'm in a better position for setting up for that deadlift, okay? So whether I do mixed grip, reverse grip, doesn't matter. Okay, so setting up, all right, in that position like so, okay? Now, when it comes to your clean, it's going to be a little bit different, okay? Now, for example, if I were to set up here with my vertical shins, and I have my barbell against my shins like so, what's going to happen when I go into my clean setup, all right? And I go to pull, what's going to happen is as I bring that barbell up, okay, my knees are now in the way, okay? That barbell has nowhere to go, all right? So the problem with that, my vertical shins, and that bar right up against my shins, is now my bar path is all screwed up, okay? And that's bad when it comes to your lifts, all right? So the way to fix that, all right, and the way I teach my lifters when it comes to setup for the clean and even the snatch, okay, is when you set up, you want to make sure that the bottom of your laces, all right, are now in line with that barbell, okay? So if you look down at that barbell, okay, you should not see the bottom of your laces. Okay, that's where you should be right there. Now when I go to set up, okay, you'll notice that I have a little bit more space, okay, a little more space between my shins and that bar. And now when I go to pull, all right, when I go to pull, bring that bar up, okay, now you're going to see that my knees are no longer in the way. That bar is going to go right to my mid-thigh, and then from there, I'm in a good position to extend my hips up and get under that bar like so, okay? So when I go into that clean, all right, like so, it's in a much better position, right, than it would be if I had it in a deadlift setup, okay? So that's it, guys. So next time you set up, remember, if you're doing a deadlift, keep it as close as you can, right up against those shins, vertical shins, feel the steel, okay? If you're doing a clean or a snatch, you want it in line with your bottom of your laces, okay? That's going to allow you to have a better bar path, and that's going to make you a better lifter when it comes to your setup. All right, guys? So that is a little tip for you. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon.